And it's coming back to the ayahuasca of feeling so connected to the universe and feeling like I am nothing, nowhere, no one, no time. I am just a consciousness in like the sea of love. It's just so pure. It's so beautiful. I just can't imagine anybody watching this and not have had some experience of betrayal by somebody, specifically a loved one or a family member. I have all these feelings, and it really went very well with the original idea that I had for my next painting collection. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you about it. A year ago, something like that, I discovered ayahuasca through Joe Rogan and a few of his podcasts, which then led me to doing some research about it, because I was like, I think I want to do this. And I really believe that what you ask for, you get. So I was like, but I really don't want to go to the fucking Amazon to do ayahuasca. So whatever, I just kind of threw it out there into the universe and let it go. Lo and behold, I get a friend of mine and I are talking one day, and I don't know how the conversation went, but I mentioned the word ayahuasca, and she's like, oh, are you into ayahuasca? And I'm like, well, no, but maybe. And so, long story short, she hooked me up with, there's like a quote unquote church in Orlando that does this. And so they do these retreats, and they just happen to have been having one like that weekend or the next week. And I'm sitting there going, dang, wow, like that's freaking amazing. I can actually go and try this ayahuasca without having to go to the Amazon. Okay, that's part one. So, opportunity presents itself. And I'm thinking about it, and there's like this feeling in my gut, like, bleh, like, do I really want to fucking vomit and shit all over the place in the woods with a bunch of people that I don't know? Do I really need a spiritual awakening that puts me in that position? Because this was a deep-seated question. And on top of it, like, I don't camp. I glamp. I haven't ever even done that. I just stay in a hotel. So I go on YouTube and I look up everything I can find on ayahuasca, and I just like research. Where I came upon, so I listen to his videos every now and then, and he happened to have one about ayahuasca. So I thought, perfect, I want to understand this. So I'm watching the video, and there was a point in it where he explained what kind of like, sort of like this backstory too of ayahuasca and how it was used, how it was intended to be used. And so its initial intent was to vomit and shit out, to purge and get rid of the parasites that could be in your body, or the worms, or whatever the things that get into your body when you live in the Amazon. Amazon, not Savannah, Georgia. Not anywhere really in America. Okay, Amazon, you got the picture. So I started thinking about this, and I was like, oh, I wonder if because it's so intense, it really, it does put you into a trance state. Like puts you into either between like the breathing, when you're like not feeling good, to like, and you kind of like start this breath work in a way, and you sort of brace yourself because you don't know if you're gonna shit or vomit, both of which are horrible, and then doing it in the woods. Ugh. So by going through that whole process, it would make sense that your body would create somewhat of a trance-like state to get you through, because it has to be very painful, kind of like E. coli. I guess what hit me that I didn't expect was this realization that I'm looking for something that isn't there, because the answer's already here. I don't need to poison my body and go through some trance in order to figure it out, because I can meditate, I can dance, I can do breath work, and actually doing breath work and meditation, and then of course visualization, and not so much visualization as in like imagining something in detail, but more of like a generalization that has a very intense, deep emotion attached to it. Mainly being like a sense of gratitude, love, or like appreciation. And that is when I make like those amazing, almost quantum leaps into my mind and into my meditations and into where like I connect with whatever it is, just something. Doing the breath work has helped me reach a point where I have hit, and for lack of better knowledge other than just what I have sort of put together from the external sources and research, is like my pineal gland gets triggered, which then creates a quote unquote DMT type of explosion in my mind, hence coming back to the ayahuasca, of feeling so connected to the universe and feeling like I am nothing, nowhere, no one, no time. I am just a consciousness in like the sea of love. It's just so pure. It's so beautiful. And if I go in there in the right way, I get these amazing, like orgasmic feelings. Not necessarily sexually orgasmic, but euphoric would probably be the right word. Anyway, that was a little bit of a lot, but it really all ties in together. There's a lot of struggle to get just to where I am. And 90% of it, well, maybe that's a little high, but maybe not. Let's just say 80% of it is mindset. It's just the mindset and the discipline, the mindset and the discipline to go and to get to a certain place, which is here. And so La Purga is what happens when you purge, if you use the drug ayahuasca. And so I feel like I want to make the next collection a purging. So it would be called La Purga. I've never actually had a theme where I was like really trying to push it into that. Maybe it'll come. I do have a few paintings already in mind that are just so good. It's not sexual so much as it is just powerful, just powerful imagery, and like the point is just, ooh, good, so good, so good. And that's what I want to do. I want to make a point. And I will still be doing the erotic art, absolutely. But I have to get this out of me, right? I have to purge out of me this narrative, this storyline, this reality, these bits and pieces of what I went through to get here. And I just think it's going to be like the greatest expression of my soul. Bar none. Absolutely. I don't necessarily know if it'll be the best paintings, but it'll be the best expression of my inner soul really put out there. And so it's very scary because I have to kind of go inward. I have to go either inward. Well, I'm gonna have to go inward a lot of ways. So it is what it is. And that's what I'm taking on. All right. So I think that is what I wanted to talk about. I feel like I ranted just a little bit. That is gonna be my next art collection. Thank you very much for listening to this. I am Tatiana Von Tauber. I am an artist. I paint sensual and erotic artwork. And these little endings need a little bit more work. I realize that. I will get there. In the meantime, you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.